Namaste, Jai Bharat. Certain things people do take it for granted and really forget the deceits and cheating behind it. People take it for granted, they become familiar with this kind of deception and deceit. I'm talking about the Indian National Congress, which is the opposition party of Bharat today, but had been really ruling Bharat for a very, very long time, except perhaps two or three occasions, one or two occasions in the past. See, what happened in the Congress party is that they had no room for intellectuals and writers in the party because Nehru himself, though has written things, but not that kind of an intellectual or academic or a scholar type of person. None of them used to be scholars. There was a very formidable and very powerful person whom they had obtained, which was none other than Subhash Bose. But they have sidelined him. A lot of stories behind it, how he stopped appearing in public and what happened to him. There are stories. Some of the facts are unclassified, but the stories possibly reliable stories didn't come out, or at least not come out in my attention. So they were not very keen on this kind of things. They took the people and this nation for granted. They thought they are the ones who did everything. And that kind of impression went around in the world. In my childhood, this used to be the impression. That they have done a lot of things. But then but what really happened during this time is that, as if they had no room for intellectuals in the real sense of the term, and anyone who was little sensible used to be getting what you call sidelined. They wanted people in the play, the playboys, things like that. The playboys in the positive sense. Things like that, where they wanted to show people and show men. So what happened? Who had made use of this space? And they have made very good use of this space, and that is the left liberal political Islamists. Left liberal political Islam. They made use of this space, overwhelmingly large space in the Congress party that they have infiltrated. They just went in. They even didn't have to get affiliated to political Congress. They simply could do work and spread whatever kinds of things they want. Because in time, gradually, the press were under their control, implicit control. The academia obviously went under their control. The intellectuals at another synonym, left liberal political Islam, because they were the only ones who were giving things to us. Look at the kind of syllabus which they made for the children to study. They have glorified all Mughal rulers, they glorified all Muslim rulers, and they have destroyed the real image of Bharat. They have glorified the Mughals who are actually invaders. And that further, they mutilated history. Now for one simple instance, the Akbar Birbal story and Tenali Rama Krishnadevaraya's story. Look at both the stories. What is really the case and what is spuriously projected? Even the pictures of the Mughals were drawn and then presented in textbooks of the schools as very handsome, great people, whereas most parts they were not very good to look at, ugly in some sense of the term. Be it Tipu Sultan or be it Akbar, not very pleasant kind of appearance. I won't say anything more. And then, who found the Congress Party. This is a strange thing which people don't look into it. Who was the founder of Congress Party? That's a British man, Alan Octavian Hume, and if I'm right, he was in the service of the British Crown. Just have you even not thought that what bugged him to come to Bharat and create a political party for the freedom of Bharat? That's what they claim. Why he had to do that? And did you see before that or after that he is in deep love with Bharat? No, there were many British who became Bharatiyas, like Sister Nivedita with Swami Vivekananda. Many such cases, many such people who became Bharatiyas from the European world. But this Alan Octavian Hume, you haven't heard anything much about him before that also, and you haven't heard anything much about him afterwards also. We know that he has founded Congress Party, but why? The question, let me just put it bluntly, that what bugged him to create Congress Party, International Congress, to supposed to be obtaining or fighting then for the freedom of Bharat? Why? There is some kind of deceit behind it. There must have been some kind of deceit behind it, and that they took the entire Congress Party for a ride, moving them into the directions of their choice. Could have been very possible. Whether they've gone into the directions of their choice or not, I don't know. You have to think and find out. We can wait. We can make it wait for some time. But then look at this. Why he had to do that? There is no sufficient explanation available to this question anyway. And that party now, of course, had been in for a long time, now in miseries, and they are unable to take the miseries, and they get into kind of frustrations as the refugee Muslims in Europe are frustrated because they are afraid now they get ousted, so they go into terrorist activities and blast themselves at time. They just barge into Christmas parties and kill people. Just do this thing and that thing in open market. They keep stabbing people and killing people or exploiting themselves. All these are kinds of frustrations that they take out, and they believe that it is in the service of a kind of God. So think about the Congress Party, the party which is hijacked by the left liberal political Islamist people, and they are blissfully ignorant about it. And think that who founded them, blissfully ignorant about it. Let's discuss some other thing when I'll come with some other videos. Till then, Namaste, Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram.